right, y'all, this is our take. This is Mark, the moderator.
Even the process all day.
All right, y'all. So let's have a conversation. The NFL season is coming up quickly. I can't believe we're 5 weeks away from the NFL season kicking off. That's going to be something. Looking forward to it, of course. But let me ask you something. What, as you see right now, what is your take on the NFL landscape going into this new season? What stands out for you about this upcoming season? What's the interesting part?
How are they going to handle COVID? That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk about the play and all that stuff. How are they going to handle this? Guys is losing their jobs for not getting vaxxed.
Right.
God, this is going to be something different. What are we doing about guys that still get it? You know what I mean? Like, you see it happening in baseball. So for football, for me, I'm looking for they handled the protocol a particular way last year. How are you going to handle the protocol this year? If I'm just moving particularly on the football, can Tampa Bay repeat? Can they? Is Father Time finally going to catch up to Tom Brady? Is Kansas City going to come back out of the AFC? As it stands, I still think Kansas City is the team to beat in the AFC. I still think Tampa Bay is the team to beat in the NFC.
So you have a repeat of the Super Bowl? Are you saying that?
I said I think they're the team to beat. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm just
I can't
asking.
call that this early in the game. Ask me before we get the first week of kickoff, because we're gonna have that. Y'all get ready for that. We're definitely gonna have predictions or whatever, but I can't call that yet. But is this Tampa Bay situation is going to be very interesting, because here's the biggest storyline for me. Tampa Bay even gets to the Super Bowl again. What are we talking about with Bill Belichick? See, this is like, this is Mark. We talked about, remember we had this, is it Brady? Is it Belichick? Is it Brady? Is it Belichick? Bill Belichick doesn't do anything with Cam Newton. What happens? He doesn't do anything with the quarterback they drafted. What happens? Does this tarnish Bill Belichick's like legacy? Was it Tom Brady? We're gonna be talking about this all season, I promise you. So that's the biggest story. For me, that's the biggest story.
I think there's a bunch of different narratives that jump out at me. One is the Cam Newton narrative. Now that the Patriots seem to have now gotten their roster, they're together. I think the Patriots are going to have a much better season this year, being that the players they have. So you got to look for that. Couple of narratives. Aaron Rodgers trying to, now that he's in Green Bay, he got a 1-year deal. Is he going to stay? That's going to be talked about for the whole season. The Tampa Bay factor. Can Tampa Bay run it back? Is it for real, or is it Memorex? I think that Dallas Cowboys is always going to be a narrative. The Giants is going to be a narrative that we're going to look to see now that they have retooled and they still got the same lousy quarterback. Barkley's coming back. What that's going to do is Cleveland for real. There's a bunch of that. And then you can go to the Kansas City narrative. Can the Ravens, can the Titans, can the Patriots knock off Kansas City? Because you look at those three teams. The Steelers got a old raping quarterback still under helm there. So all of these narratives, when you start looking at them, what happens with now when you look at the Trevor Lawrence debut? How is that going to go in Jacksonville with clueless Urban Meyer?
And Tim Tebow playing tight end.
And Tim Tebow playing tight end and people. So, there's so many things that's going to be on. This season is going to be very interesting.
Well, I got a prediction right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. The Giants don't have a good season. Joe Judge is a wrap. Just remember, he's done. He's done in NY.
No.
Just remember Avery. Remember Abe said.
Listen, I will repost this video. If they fire Joe Judge after this season, this video will be reposted 3 or 4 times. Give me your props.
It already got out there too.
Not in one season. Not in one season.
It already got out there that his style of coaching does not rub off on players.
But I don't. But I think the sacrificial lamb would be Gettleman before Joe Judge goes. I think it'll be
Okay.
Gettleman.
Wait,
I,
no.
I
Didn't who hired Joe Judge?
Gettleman. That's why I think Gettleman goes. I think Gettleman would go before Judge goes. Listen.
Right. Okay, so Mark, let me remix that. I think both of them go.
How about that's a different conversation. But I really think I don't think they can do. I don't think the Giants can afford another turnover at head coach at this time.
But here's the thing, Mark. You know how this works. You fire Gettleman, a new GM coming there. All right. So
wait.
You're gonna say, all right, to prove your point, that new GM technically could give that head coach one more year.
There you go. Right? That's what I'm saying.
That's not my guy, right?
Right. That's not my guy. I can
then right. New GM comes in and says, that's not my guy.
But he's not gonna. But again, I don't think New York cannot handle the turnover right now. That would be a bad move because that would be wrecking the ship. Now, what I will say is this. I would say Gettleman's gone and the Daniel Jones experiment is over. That's what I would say. I think Joe Judge still sits there in that seat. I don't see him packing up and them getting rid of him and Gettleman staying and Daniel Jones. I think that package would have to be broken up, and we've seen that happen in the past.
So we can agree then that for Dan Jones, Dave Gettleman, or Joe Judge, this is a make it or break a year for one of those three at minimum.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now we're on the same page. Make it or break a year. Absolutely. Yes. I co-sign that. I definitely co-sign that. You know what else I was thinking about? I would say if there's one thing I'm really thinking about, I want to see if this is going to be a bounce back year for Zeke. I really want to see what he does this year. After having a down year, so to speak, last year, not having Dak there, I want to see what he does bouncing back.
Not only Zeke, Amari Cooper. I think Dak is going to have a big season once again. I mean, I think there's a couple things out there. I mean, as far as the Cowboys go, it's not just Zeke is one of. I definitely would agree with that. Zeke is one of the I got to see.
And I want to see if the defense for the Cowboys can actually do so. That's amazing. Dak, I know he's coming up with injury, but I think I know what I got in him. But that defense, we can't have a Swiss cheese defense. We cannot have a Swiss cheese defense.
So let me ask the question. Who do you think going into the season? Of course, we're still in training camp time. But what is your top 3 NFC teams right now, and what is your top 3 AFC teams right now? Right now, as it stands.
Definitely
I would want to get that from you.
Definitely the Bucs. On the NFC side, wow, yeah, that's a top 3. I'm still gonna go with Seattle because I just feel like as long as Danger Russ is there and Pete Carroll's the coach, I still think they got a shot. And I might go with San Fran. So those are me. That's just me thinking off the cuff right now. AFC, I'm still gonna go with Baltimore. Still gonna go with Kansas City. And I might go with the Browns. I think when you start talking about teams that have it, I might go with the Browns. And you know what? And if I had to replace somebody from the AFC instead of the Browns, I'd probably go with the Bills. So. Shout the Bills Mafia. I know they still in the hunt for me. I'll probably go with the Bills, but that's just me thinking off the head, not seeing no preseason, not seeing final cut down day. That's me thinking off the head.
What I'm going to go with my top 3 teams would be Tennessee. I like Tennessee, KC, and I like Baltimore. That would be my top 3 in the AFC. Buffalo, I think, again, I'm still skeptical of Buffalo. I think they have a harder schedule, and I think that they can't sneak up on anybody this year. Their talent is going to have to show out, but they do have a good defense. So Buffalo, but I really like those 3 I mentioned. The NFC is very interesting, man. You got to put Green Bay in there. That's a team. Tampa Bay, you got to put in there.
Yes.
And I'm really gonna say it's hard to see a third team right now. because Seattle, I don't have faith in after the track record of what I've seen with Seattle. I don't have faith. San Francisco, we don't know what's if the Trey Lance era is going to start. If it's not, Garoppolo, we already know that he might not stay healthy, so that's a setback. The team that I think was Arizona, but not sure what Arizona is going to be. They have made some moves, so New Orleans isn't the same. Carolina, you are running it back with Sam Darnold. I'm not. Atlanta still is Atlanta. I mean, and less Julio Jones. It's just hard. Chicago, I don't believe in. Minnesota, you can't believe in. I mean, no matter what you do, even if God gave you a tablet,
comes to that quarterback.
Yeah, you can't. So, and then it's the NFC least. There's nothing there that I can say that I can put faith in as a third team to be the best. So I'm just going to say that third spot is wide open this year. Definitely wide open. And Washington, I think, is going to be a better team. The only thing is, who's their quarterback? Because Fitzpatrick, I don't give a damn. There's no way you can have faith in a Fitzpatrick ran team.
Fitzmagic runs out of life very quick.
It's not going to happen, kids. So that's why I said it's wide open. And then I think Tampa Bay and Green Bay are the top two teams. Everybody else has got question marks.
I don't know about Green Bay.
Now, listen, the only thing I'm saying is this. Green Bay, Devontae Adams, the running game, and Aaron Rodgers, to me as a team, complete team right now, I think that they are still right there. I think that they have the most complete team in the NFC that you can't look and say, nah, I mean, listen, they're running it back. So let's see. So that's why. It's very, very interesting. My other question that I do have for you is this here. Who can you see as your surprise team, as your quote unquote sleeper right now?
I will go with Arizona in the NFC off that.
Okay.
I will go Arizona because I think Arizona's got a good defense.
Okay.
I definitely go Arizona in the NFC. In the AFC, if I had to pick a surprise team, Cleveland's not a surprise team. Tennessee was technically
not a surprise team.
If you're going a surprise team,
a playoff team cannot be a surprise team. They was in the playoffs last year. They almost went to the Super Bowl.
I'd be shy. So a surprise team, to me, I would say the Jaguars. I would say, if he's able to put that so here's my surprise. If the Jaguars go 8-8, he had a successful season. That's how I feel like he had a successful season at 8-8.
My surprise team, and it's gonna shock people when I make this pick. The Cincinnati Bengals, to me, is going to be in the playoffs this year. Cincinnati Bengals is my surprise team this year. I really think that they can put it there together.
They got the wide receiver from LSU. They got the quarterback coming back.
The AFC North is going to be a tough division this year. Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore.
That's
why I said my surprise team. I think Cincinnati is going to surprise a couple of teams, and I think Cincinnati is going to be a surprise this year coming up. That's who I have, and I think because the Steelers line, because of their O-line problems, I don't really have them. I mean, I love their running game, of course, Najee Harris, but really not. I'm not feeling them. And Cleveland, to me, it's just hard to really buy into Cleveland, kid. It's hard. Yeah, Baker Mayfield, I can't. Baker
Mayfield's hard to root for, man.
Yeah, I can't.
You see him approaching what he could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's got the receivers. He's got the running game. They got a defense like, their
defense is sick.
They were in that game against who they play, Kansas City. They lost to.
Mm-hmm.
They were in that game. I mean, that's gonna be AFC. I think by far is gonna be better than the NFC.
Yeah, I mean that's why I say, because I don't have faith in the Jets. I think New England would not be a surprise team. The other team, which I say could be a surprise team, but again, Miami could be a surprise team. Indiana, the Colts is I don't know what's going to happen with the Colts. The Jaguars, I have no faith in. Houston, we don't think that Watson is gonna play in Houston. Denver has not gotten any better, and the Raiders are the Raiders. The Chargers could be a surprise team, y'all. I'm going to say if you're going to surprise somebody, huh?
No, Matt Stafford.
No, the Chargers.
No, I'm sorry. They got who's their quarterback?
Herbert. Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen is solid. They have a good running game, but Anthony Lynn is gone. Another reason why I'm not sure what they plan on doing there, but I could say the Chargers could be a surprise team. But out of that, that's it. The Jets, y'all, I'm going to say it. Jets are going to stink once again.
I like the head coach of the Jets, though. I really like his swagger. I like his personality. Tough as nails. So we'll see about the Jets. Don't think they're going to do much, but we'll see.
I would only say this. If he was going to lace him up and play, I would give the Jets a better chance.
Yo, shout to Barbers to live.
If he ain't getting out there on that field, kid, I don't give him. The Jets is still a bunch of players away, kid. A bunch of players away. And they got a young quarterback that I think is crazy that they took him where they took him at. I think that is crazy and put the New York pressure on him.
He's going to get.
Oh man, for him to get the heat. Oh man. So Jet fans, get ready. You're going to have another bad season. Just want to let you know that. All right, y'all. Yo, this is our take, y'all. Peace.
Peace.